Hi pals, John here with the LensPal, and today we're going to take a look at the brand new Sony a7R 5. This was released yesterday as we record this, probably sometime further in the past as you're watching this, and it is the latest in Sony's high resolution line of cameras. It is their R series of cameras. Now, we've got a whole bunch of new bits and pieces in here, but yes, it is the same 61 megapixels as you would find in the a7R 4, but I'm bringing that up now so we can say it, put it in the past, and move on. We have a new processor in here. We have an AI processing unit. I believe it is the first time we have seen that in a camera. Obviously, phones have similar kind of processing units, but this is the first one that is actually built into the camera, and it's supposed to help improve the autofocus system over time. So as you use this camera, the AI will help the AF. All those A's have got to stick together in this a7R 5. Yes, the AI processing unit is supposed to help improve with the autofocus as time goes on, and it gets more and more information, does that machine learning thing. But that autofocus system is greatly improved in this camera. Not only can it track people's faces, eyes, but it actually will do animals, birds, insects, planes, cars. There's a lot of autofocus magic built right into this camera right here. It's actually pretty incredible, some of the sample footage we've seen out of this, and yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it out there, testing it in the real world and seeing what we can do with it. Obviously, it's not just enough to release new improved autofocus bits and pieces, so we have some bumps as well. We now have 8K footage in here. This will record 8K 24, it will do 4K 60, and it will do 1080 120. All of those are in 10-bit video. Now, we can get actual 4K 16-bit RAW out of this in S-Log3 or S-Cinetone. So that is actually truly impressive. Imagine all of the dynamic range, all of the color information you'll be able to capture in 16-bit RAW. It's actually kind of mind-blowing. The EVF is now higher resolution. It's now 9.44 million dots in the EVF with 120 frames per second refresh rate. So it's going to be very easy on the eye. It's going to be, help relieve eye strain that some people definitely experience when using an EVF. As all the manufacturers are starting to mature with their mirrorless offerings, we are seeing improvements in that, both here with this, with last week's Canon R6 Mark II, we're seeing great leaps being made in the EVF realm, which is definitely good for those of us who have experienced that eye strain issue, that headache causing EVF. They won't get that with these new generation of cameras that are coming out. For the first time ever on a Sony camera, we have not a flippy tilt screen, because we've had that on a7 IV, a7S III, but this will actually go like this as well. So you've got a whole mess of angles that you can get your screen into. So if you're shooting above, to the side, to the front, if you're vlogging, if you just want it down low, if you want it up high, you've got all of your options covered in this screen. It's very similar in that respect to the Panasonic GH6 that was released earlier this year. It's got that multi-angle, dual flippy, turn it where you want viewfinder, which is actually, yeah, I think that's going to be the way a lot of cameras are going as companies develop their own patents for this. Other features, we've got 10 frames a second shooting with autofocus, auto exposure tracking. We have 8 stops, a full 8 stops of 5-axis in-body image stabilization. So if you are like me and you're getting up there in years and you're shaky a little bit, then this is definitely going to help eliminate some of that, because yeah, 8 stops is truly impressive when it comes to image stabilization. In terms of cards, we have the now very familiar dual slots that take both SD cards and CF Express Type A, so you have your pick of what you want. Obviously, if you're doing photography or 1080 footage, then SD cards are going to be fine. If you need that high data rate, you're definitely going to want to look at the CF Express Type A slots. Ergonomically, it's very similar to its predecessor, the A7R IV, and to the A7 IV without an R. From there, it adopts the mode switch, the one that goes from photo to video and S and Q. It's right there under the mode dial, which is nice. I like how manufacturers are starting to do this. It's not just, program, aperture, shutter, manual, movie mode, and then you have to dive into a menu to set movie manual or movie shutter priority. Nope, you can just go movie mode, shutter priority, and away you go. It does have a lock on there that you have to depress in order to rotate it, so you're not going to accidentally bump into something else. We also have a nice little lock on this unmarked dial here, which typically, I believe it defaults to the exposure compensation, but being that this is a mirrorless camera, you can pretty much write whatever setting you want to that. So there you have it. The brand new A7R 5 from Sony is available right now on our website, with rentals from 2 days all the way up to 90 days. And yeah, it's not just cameras. I know we're called the LensPal. We do lenses as well. Hopefully that's obvious. Cameras, lenses, lights, mics, audio, video, tripods, C-stands, sliders, booms. We've pretty much got everything you're going to need to make your shoot run as smoothly as is possible. Yeah. But this has been the A7R 5. And if you have liked this video, please consider giving us a like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, smash a bell, and whatever it is that Sony's team are saying this week, which is probably something like, hey, check out how great the A7R 5 is. And until next time, we'll see you soon.